Welcome, everybody. Talks for the People, episode 38. We are going to be turning tonight's episode over to Steven tonight. But before we get to that, we did receive confirmation today that we can discuss the big announcement we've been teasing for several weeks now. We're all excited, and to get right into this big announcement, we're going to turn it over to the man, Cody. Let them know what's happening.
All right, guys. We've been talking about Rock the South. It's next weekend. This is for August 13th and 14th. We have acquired our media passes. So we will be there to cover the event. And on top of that, they want us to do an interview with the promoter. So we'll have that video coming out sometime next week. I'm assuming before the concert, probably. So be looking for that. Hey, and you know what? If you click that icon over there, the little bell, you subscribe, hit the bell for notifications. It'll tell you when the video goes live, and we're real excited about it. Right here in my hometown, Coleman, Alabama.
Absolutely. We're going to be putting together full video coverage of Rock the South. Who knows what kind of trouble we'll get in. We'll try and get some footage of some performances. We'll definitely have some interviews with some attendees. It's sure to be a good time. We'll see what all we can get you. It will go in more depth than we did with our Steel Panther vlog. That was just kind of on the fly. This time we do have official media credentials. We'll see what all we can get into. We'll see who all we can talk to. And if you are watching this and you are planning on attending Rock the South, make sure you search us out. Say, hey, buy us a beer. We'll get you in the video, and we'll have a good old time. With that out of the way, we are going to go ahead and turn this week's episode over to Steven. What are we doing this week, Steven?
Hello, gentlemen. How are y'all doing today? Y'all doing good?
We are
doing good.
Doing pretty
awesome.
good.
So, with the Olympics happening right now and college football season's coming up, sports is becoming a heavy topic. But we don't want to talk about your average Joe Blow sports that anybody could pick up a baseball or a football or tennis racket or a golf club and play, right? We're talking about obscure sports, the most obscure on the planet. So I have a list of 25 of the most ridiculous sounding sports and a few honorable mentions to go along with it. Now, to make fun of this situation, some of these are team sports, so obviously we couldn't compete. But the viewers, I want you to let us know who you think would win in these competitions, right? So, the first one comes from Japan. It is called Botashi. I might be mispronouncing some of this stuff. Botashi is a Japanese for pole pull down. It's an intense. Each team has 150 people that are divided into 75 attackers and 75 defenders. The goal is to knock down the other team's pole. And I'm talking, I think, if I recall correctly, like 2 or 3 years ago, I think I saw a video of this on Facebook, and I'm talking about a freaking pole that the team, all 75 people, stand stacked around it, and the attackers have to just burrow their way into a mob of people to try and get to the center of that pole and push it. They're crawling over each other, they're kicking each other, they're pushing each other, they're probably biting each other, who knows? But it sounds like an intense, fun game. What do y'all think about it?
I just looked up a screenshot, like images of this happening. And I can tell already you're going to make me do some heavy editing on this week's podcast. Y'all, I've got to look up some video. You'll probably see it overlaid on me talking now, but I'll try to find some clips of this sport. And you're probably looking at it now if I found any, but this looks insane.
Really but I get that 75 people per team. That is crazy.
This is like a battle royale for real live human beings and no weapons.
It's like a real war, a real battle.
That I will have to confirm, but I would not be surprised if that is the largest team-based game on the planet. Can you think of another sport where 75 are competing for 75 at the same time? It's 150 people playing for one goal in one sport. I mean, football, you only have 22 on the field at the same time, 11 on each side, right? So it would blow my mind to find anything that had more than 150 people on the freaking field. That is intense.
What it's looking like to me is I'm seeing like all the defenders are surrounding the pole, and it looks like attackers are running and trying to climb up them.
They're trying to get the leverage. The higher they get the pole, the easier it is to push, and they're just kicking and pushing. And
You have to push the pole down.
Yes.
Might I add, if anyone wins this sport, in my opinion, I think Alan does, because this is probably the closest thing you get to mosh pitting in a sport. I think Alan would be right at home, kicking, punching, flailing at people and stuff like that. So it just looks crazy.
It looks like a lot of fun.
So the next sport, number 24, extreme ironing. Ladies and gentlemen, or mainly ladies, whoever does ironing. But according to Extreme Ironing Bureau, this is the latest danger sport. Danger sport for ironing that combines the thrill of extreme outdoor activity with the satisfaction of a well-pressed shirt. Originating in England, it is now a worldwide phenomenon that takes place in, get ready, underwater, mountainsides, and even while parachuting.
How do you iron underwater?
Yeah, because we all know how well electricity and water go together.
Dude, I mean, they can make things waterproof, but still, underwater parachuting? Who wants to hold something really freaking hot? You're falling from the sky. I don't understand. It's crazy.
Can you imagine the people underneath you? Because you realize, like, let me put this in perspective. You know how, like, when you're watching some videos of people parachuting and they pull their chute and it looks like it jerks them up in the air, right? You realize that person pulling their parachute is not getting jerked up in the air. The person filming them is still falling at the same speed. So they're immediately stopped and this person keeps falling. But imagine if you jerk that parachute and then, like, the speed of that iron still falling just jumps out of your hand and you're like, uh-oh.
Uh-oh. I'm in trouble.
Right, please land in the field, open field.
Better yet, I wonder how the referee for that game goes. It's like, hey, no kicking. Can you imagine two people doing this in the air with a hot object and parachuting and kicking the other person? Like, no. How well can you iron a shirt while it's just... It's like, it's gotta be crazy.
But look, I'll say this. If we're voting, I think my vote goes towards Steven to win this one because I think he is the most metro out of all of us. He knows the most about ironing.
I would like to note that I've only ironed two things in my entire life, and one of them was a tie, and the second one was a pair of socks because it was winter and I was cold.
Gosh.
So, our next sport, number 23 on the list, is called Gaga Ball. According to some sources, this popular summer camp game originated in Israel, played like dodgeball, except it takes place in a wooden octagon and you have to hit players beneath the knees to get them out. So it's almost like a cage match for dodgeball.
Oh,
What kind of ball do you throw?
Do what?
What kind of ball do you throw?
It's a kickball. It's a kickball.
Yeah. I don't think it's those styrofoam ones. I'm pretty sure it's got to be only wimps play with those styrofoam balls. I want to get hit with hard plastic if somebody's throwing something at me.
No, it's a rubber kickball. Like, I'm looking at pictures. Yeah. Oh, this is...
Yeah, so if you can imagine, like, when you played in, like, preschool and stuff like that, when you were with your friends just throwing the balls around the... So this isn't like the dodgeball you see with the Ben Stiller movie where you have two sides of the court. No. This is a cage match. Any direction goes, and you're just chunking that ball to get people out.
And you have to slap it with your hands. You're not picking it up and throwing it like dodgeball. Okay. I would still kill it. I would still demolish these kids.
I'm not gonna lie.
I think the shorter you are, the better you are at this game, because it's harder for them to hit the target from your knee down gets shorter.
I can imagine that. Yeah, yeah.
So I would
I
say
wonder-
Steven would be good at this one because he's the shortest of the three of us.
My shortness pays off. I'm all right with it.
Right, what we got next?
All right. This one screams me. I love my cheese. This next event, number 22 on the list, is cheese rolling. Every year from the top of Cooper's Hill, near England, around Gloucester cheese is rolled, and a herd of competitors chase it. Although they theoretically are supposed to catch it, the cheese can reach up to 70 miles an hour. So generally speaking, whoever crosses the finish line first wins the cheese. Now, a couple of things. If you get ahead of this thing and it rolls over you at 70 miles an hour, can you imagine how badly cheese can frick you up? Like, cheese would mess you up if it hit you at 70 miles an hour.
Well, keep in mind, it's not. It would hurt, but I'm seeing pictures of people who caught it, and this one girl's holding it like this. Like it's a little bit smaller than what you normally think of it. Like those, you see those big wheels of Parmesan. It's not that big, but she's doing like this, and she's holding it on her shoulder.
So it'd be the equivalent to getting ankle bit by a stroller at 70 miles an hour.
Right.
Oh my god.
That would freaking hurt. That'd be the absolute worst.
I tell you what, I think I would really enjoy this game because I love cheese, and I would run down a hill as quickly as I could to catch the cheese.
And let's be honest, if depending on how steep the hill is, I mean, if it's getting cheese rolling at 70 miles an hour, if you just go on a roll, man, you'll probably beat the cheese down. Like, just now you might throw up when you hit the bottom.
You land on it and knocks the breath out of you.
All right. What else we got?
Well, just think if you catch the cheese, you're not gonna poop for a while. So,
Or if it hits a rock and launches in the air and takes your head out.
Oh yeah, that'd probably feel like you're getting hit by a bowling ball.
hey, then you'd be a Packer fan.
Yes. Alrighty, gentlemen. Next on our list, ranked 21st, snow polo. It's a modified form of polo that was started in Switzerland in 1985, but since then it has spread internationally. In the United States, it is played exclusively in Aspen, Colorado. Yes, it is a rich people's sport. So regardless of it not being actual polo, it is a rich people's sport. So sorry guys, I don't think either three of us are going to make the cut. But I have a strong gut feeling if the three of us were to go play.
Oh my god! No, I'm listening to you. I just pulled up pictures. It's polo played where it is. They're on horses, but like it's straight up polo in the snow.
Can you imagine if you hit that ball too hard or too high up in the air, it just sinks in the snow, and you're just sitting there hacking it like you're in a sand trap for golf?
This is crazy.
Man, I got a big crowd watching too. It's a big event.
That's
Sweet.
nutty.
Known for two
Yeah,
things.
but look, when you look at these pictures, it's not like it's 2 foot deep of snow. It's like a
No.
dusting.
Yeah, so this one I don't call extreme. This one's fun. Like I would definitely watch it. This one I don't want to take this one. Well, you never said extreme. You said obscure. Okay.
Obscure. Yep. Now some of them come off as extreme, like ironing while free falling with a parachute, but it's whatever. So
That's multitasking.
Which leads me to my next event, which some of you might be slightly familiar with, but with different animals, right? So it is Kanin hop, bunny jumping. We owe it to the Swedes for this one too. It's really simple. Trained bunnies hopping over obstacles. It's not really a new concept, as the equestrian show with horses already, and then we have dog shows where we get dogs to jump over things. But they do it specifically with bunnies. Now, I don't know about y'all, but I always felt like rabbits were kind of like cats. I mean, trying to train a bunny to go to a certain point without throwing food over there, to me, I always thought was ridiculous. But apparently, the Swedes have mastered how to herd bunnies.
So it's just called bunny hopping.
Yep, or bunny jumping. It's cannon hop. K-A-N-I-N-H-O-P.
Yeah, it looks like the dog show, but with rabbits.
Yep.
Okay.
Now, I don't know which one of us. I think if we had to compete, the three of us in this sport, I would say whichever one of us has the most patience would be the winner. Because I'm not going to lie, after about 30 tries, if that rabbit gives me a stupid look, I might kick it. Like, yo, I need you to jump over the wall here. You're killing me, Smalls. All right. This next one is going to be Alan's #1 event, if this is ever an Olympic game. Underwater hockey, also called octopush.
Hey, this one, I believe, is happening at the World Games.
Just as the name implies, it's hockey, except the puck is at the bottom of a pool, so you may have to guess lung capacity plays a significant role. Also, you don't use a stick rather than a pusher, almost resembled a small blade. So I would imagine it's a lot like using a squeegee underwater. You kind of have like a broom squeegee that you're kind of pushing the puck around with. But I am curious how much strength you would have to accomplish things like passing and shooting underwater with a freaking hockey puck. I mean, can you imagine the chest force you'd have to do to get it to actually go?
What about the goalie? He's got to time it just right. He's staying at the top watching, and then he has to, when he sees them making a move toward his goal, he has to dive and go down there and hold his breath and try to stop it.
Yeah, and keep in mind, it says underwater hockey, so I wouldn't imagine it's like water polo where the guys are kind of hovering above. I mean, these pools got to be deep enough for all the players to be underwater if need be, you know? So it's got to be intense to be like, oh man, I got like 2 feet to swim down to make sure I can save this goal. Yes, that is goal.
Yeah, no, it's they're pushing around a weighted puck on the bottom of a pool. That's excellent. I'm absolutely winning this. This is my sport.
Alan's like,
oh, they're wearing snorkel gear too.
Yeah.
Gold. But yeah, I think most would agree, especially even if you don't know Alan. I know Alan's talked about hockey before in here. That's his favorite sport. So I would imagine This is Alan's cream of the crop for this one. Alan probably takes the gold home for this event.
Absolutely.
So this one's not so obscure because we've heard about it a pretty good bit in the United States, and I'm sure everybody who's ever been on skates has wanted to play at least one point in time. So roller derby, if you are not familiar with roller derby, dominated by women, this spot has witnessed a resurgence in the past 10 years. It is played with 2 teams, each that are skating around a single track. One member of the team is called a jammer, and it is their job to lap the other players on the other team in order to score points. And yes, injuries are common. So this is like mosh pit on roller skates, but you're moving in a circle, for those who aren't familiar with it. And I'd imagine it would be a lot of fun, and I think Cody would probably dominate this sport because if he wanted to be a jammer,
look, you know we can go watch that here in Birmingham, right?
Yeah. A lot of skating rinks, just to acquire customers, will host events like that. Local teams. I know Auburn.
Well, no, there's a local league in Birmingham.
Yeah. Maybe we should go to a roller derby game. put it on the cast, baby.
There we go. We could definitely talks with the people at Birmingham Roller Derby. We could email. Yes.
Yes, man, brilliant. I love it. But yeah, so roller derby.
While we're at it in the wintertime, we can all go ice skating and watch us fall down.
Yeah.
Except for Alan.
Yeah, not me. I mean,
I'm not great, but I can.
Yeah, but I played hockey, so.
Prepared.
He played like flag football, guys. Okay, it was flag hockey.
It was not flag hockey.
So, I would like to point out for this next event, before I even go any further, it appears that the Swedes like to choose safe games, and the English like to go to a pub and think about new ways we can play. So this number 17 on the list comes down. It's called Man versus Horse. Every June in a Welsh town in Wales, competitors line up to prove they can, you're going to hear this next line correctly, beat a horse to a finish line that is 22 miles away.
No way!
Rumor has it that in 1980, the owner of a local pub, Gordon Green, overheard two patrons arguing over whether a man could beat a horse in a marathon. Well, there is only one way to find out. So that has become an event that happens yearly now. Every June, people line up to see if they can beat a horse in a marathon. What? You have to be drinking to think of something like that. I mean, I beat that horse over there. Yeah, put him on track with me. I'll beat the fire out of him.
This is insane.
Man versus horse. It blows my mind. But, extreme ironing came from England. Man versus horse came from England. I'm starting to see a trend here. They like to get dangerous.
That's
so,
awesome.
any bets on who would probably win this event?
My bet goes to you, Mr. Marathon Man. I run 4 miles on a treadmill and I'm ready to drop dead.
Absolutely crazy.
How many medals do you have from? How many marathons do you have from?
So I have a lot of 5Ks, 10Ks, and half marathons, but I only have two marathon medals.
That's two more than me.
What'd you say, Cody?
I said if y'all see me running, shoot what's chasing me, and then pick me up and get something to eat. Because I probably burned every calorie I had running from it.
Alrighty. Number 16 on our list is called Bog Snorkeling. Not only are you swimming 120 meters through a bog, you are not allowed to use any conventional swimming strokes, relying on the power of your flippers. And just like most contenders on the list, the obscure sport was started in the United Kingdom over a bet. So two lads got in a pub and decided, I'll beat you swimming through that bog, sir. I'd imagine that would
Gator country.
It's like us going down to the swamp in Florida, Louisiana, and swimming 100 yards. Like, what? Gross. Oh God, that looks terrible.
That looks horrible.
I think
a butterfly.
Knowing a lot of people who do races and stuff like that, she's probably wearing a tutu and some butterfly wings and trying to get queued up for the race. So if I had to take a bet, I think all three of us are saying, you know what, we'll watch.
Yeah.
Yeah. They got a beer vendor. I'll watch it.
Hey, where's the stands at? And the beer guy. Where's he at? Because I'm gonna need 10. All right. This we played as kids. All right. And just to give everybody who's watching flashbacks,
Wall ball.
Imagine this. You're 4 years old. Your parents are wrapping presents for, their friends and family. And you're like, hey, if you're done with the wrapping paper, can I have that? This next event, number 15 on the list, is cardboard tube dueling. Yep. According to an official statement by the Cardboard Tube Dueling Fighting League, yes, it's real. This is a sport that started on 3 principles. People need more ways to play and take themselves less seriously. Events can be fun without alcohol. And cardboard sword fighting is fun. So, I mean, honestly, the logic is impeccable to me. So,
Oh my gosh, they have cardboard armor.
This is right up our alley. We need to find this and compete. We need to get a local one and compete.
on God, I could do it. I'd love it.
This is like
this is not the
LARPing for
closest thing-
stupid people.
Yes, I was gonna say, if this is not the closest thing to LARPing, like people get yes.
Well, wait a minute, what is LARPing?
Live action role
Exactly.
playing. Have you ever seen what's the movie with Have you ever seen the movie Role Models? With
No.
number one, watch that movie.
Take it this way. There's a bunch of guys that really like World of Warcraft. So what they do is they pick their favorite character, they dress up to them, and they go to the park and pretend to be those characters. They use hit points, they have damsels in distress, they have cardboard armor and swords and stuff like that, and they play their game in real life. That's LARPing.
Yeah, I thought this was similar to you seen the event where they're in a pool and they're on like a little balance beam and they got the little thing with the 2 foam balls on the end.
That's
And
just
That would be
trying to
fun.
knock one
that's
off.
just jousting.
Yeah.
It's not
That's equally
jousting.
fun.
It's jousting. It is a version of jousting. You're just not up on top of a
No.
pedestal.
Ain't the jousting you showing us on your phone at one time.
Oh. Wow. All right, gentlemen, I hope you're ready for number 14 because this one could fall under extreme sports. This one right here needs no introduction. Everybody has done it on accident when they've gone swimming. It is belly flopping. It is
I've
probably
seen
one of
this.
the most painful single player sports out there. But hey, you can win a lot of money for those couple of seconds of misery. Even if you don't, pride is big in the industry. May the best, biggest man win. So I have to give this one to you, Cody. If we're going to stand on top of a pool and get the best splash belly flop, I think you would absolutely make my little anthill of a splash.
This picture I found, this guy jumped off like above the high dive. What is
The 10 meter, yeah, 30 feet.
Oh my God! He's just like this.
Yeah, mine works falling flat. If I'm jumping off a 3-story diving board and just, oh my God.
Like that would rip me open. Like my insides would be in the pool.
So, I might need y'all to back me up on this, but I think the only thing that could probably make this sport better is if they had walk-up songs like batters do in baseball. Can you imagine somebody walking towards the diving board and their song hits? As they're going up to dive.
Yeah. Cody, if you do this, we need yours to be doom 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 doom. Another one bites the dust.
Hey, I think that would be brilliant. Or I believe I can fly. Can you
Yeah.
imagine hearing that right before you just like?
God, that would hurt so bad.
Green Weaver.
Yes. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and claim Victor to Allen on this next one. And I hate to say it, Cody, but I would easily fall in second place for this one. But this number 13 on the list of obscure sports is mustache growing. Not kidding. Compared to other sports on this list, it is admittedly tranquil. But don't tell any serious mustache grow that they aren't a legitimate sportsman. If you ever get around to it, we'll explain why it's on our list. 25 ways to end someone's life with your beard.
Listen,
Yeah,
you've
so
got a
this-
bigger mustache than I do right now.
You think I could do it? You think I could beat both of y'all? Can you imagine the fun like styles they have? Because I'm sure they just don't grow it and let it dangle, right? You probably have a guy that has like a family tree growing on both sides, or he's got like deer antlers. His mustache goes out like this and just kind of curls up. You could probably have some
Well, they got them down like hands on a clock.
right? Oh God. This next one, I don't know if I could claim a victory for either three of us. This one's a strange. This is what makes it obscure. Number 12 on our list is chess boxing. And what I'm about to read, to me, sounds just like it says. Born in the mid of a cartoonist near the turn of the 21st century, this sport has taken off, consisting of 11 alternating rounds of chess and boxing. You can win either by knockout or checkmate or judge's decision. So you will play a round of chess and then box, and then another round of chess and then box, and whoever claims checkmate or knocks the other one out first wins. If that is not the absolute weirdest thing I have ever heard in my life, but I am intrigued enough to where I want to try it.
It kind of brings in, oh my.
I thought you said chess boxing.
It brings in the nerds that like to play chess. No offense to nerds, because I love chess. And then brings in the sports fans for the boxing part. So it's actually like it's a marketing genius.
So wait, is this? So hold on, let me get this. I'm about to go lock my dog in the bathroom. I'm looking at some of these pictures from chess boxing. It's not chest boxing. You search that, you get different pictures. But I'm looking up chess boxing. So is this like the sport for the people that, you know, and then like they flip the board and then punch? Because I mean, this is what they're doing. Like their hands are all around. So like somebody puts them into like check instead of checkmate. And so if they got check and you're like, he's puny. Bam! And just punch him and knock him out.
Not surprise me if that's how it started. Some guys were playing chess. One was like, let's go.
Why do they have headphones on?
I don't know.
That part, I don't know.
Maybe because if one's focusing on the board, they're probably worried about getting punched in the side of the head if they're not paying attention. Like queen to king 3 and then what?
But look how intense all of them look, man. Like they look like they're ready to kick each other's butt and they're playing chess.
Is it two buff guys at a table just like sitting over a chessboard like this with their traps hanging out of their neck? Just yeah, that's the move I want to make.
This one's interesting. Okay.
All right. The next one on this list, number 11, is called Botashi.
Can you
The goal
spell
of the
that?
sport is simple. Buzkashi. I'm assuming it's Botashi. The goal of this sport is simple. Grab the carcass of a headless goat at full gallop, get it clear of the other players, and pitch it across the goal line. Played all over South Central Asia. It is the national sport of Afghanistan. I can imagine this is like rugby with a goat head.
That's what it looks like.
Yeah.
Oh, grab the goat head!
Look, I know it's a national sport, but I'm not going to put a picture of that one up on the screen. This looks horrible.
Is it still bloody or is it kind of limp?
I mean, in half the pictures, you can't get a clear shot of it, but in the other pictures I'm seeing, it's not just a head. They're dragging around a full goat carcass. And you can imagine that they're playing with horses, so you can imagine what's happening to that carcass the later in the game it gets, as other horses are stepping on it while they're fighting on it over it.
It's probably so mushy, it turns into a sack of gelatin halfway through. You're like, oh god!
Right.
As you see its legs flapping as you're riding your horse. All right, yeah. Sorry for the animal lovers out there. That's probably a little too much, but
Well, look, you know what they say about PETA, right? PETA stands for people eating tasty animals.
accurate.
Hate me.
Accurate.
Stay Malting. Send me the hate mail. I don't care.
Number 10 on the list, gentlemen, is, I'm probably butchering this one, Polo. It is Finnish baseball. As a national sport in Finland, it has also gained popularity through Northern Europe. Essentially a variation of baseball. The primary difference is vertical pitching. This makes the ball a lot easier to hit, and the chances of dynamic of the game changes the dynamic of the game somewhat.
Vertical?
So it's just different pitching. Do what?
It's like cricket. Vertical pitching. Yeah. So you're pitching, it's like you get the same arc as like slow pitch softball, but you have to throw it overhand. Okay.
Yeah, so that's just, I guess they like that because they can do more big plays instead of just strikeouts all the time, I guess.
Yeah, so it's cricket.
Pretty much. All right. This one right here, I am confident I will beat y'all in. Because number 9 on our list, I feel that I would be the best at ferret legging. Do you think ferrets are cute? How about ferrets in your pants? How about 2 ferrets in your pants? The goal of this sport is actually to hold them down for as long as possible. As brutal as it may seem, the world record was in fact over 5 hours. Can you imagine keeping 2 ferrets, creatures that like to crawl, bite, and scratch, in your pants for 5 hours?
Now listen. I had a ferret once, and then he was sweet, but he was very playful, and I did not want to stick him in my pants.
I did not. And I did not want to stick him in my pants.
Sounds so dirty.
Oh, gosh, gold.
I mean,
What about you?
I mean, we do a similar thing in America, but we do it with gerbils.
And it usually ends up in a trip to the emergency room.
Gerbils and rubber sheet.
Yes. Lovely, lovely. All right, gentlemen. Number 8 on our list. 1, 2, 3, 4. I declare a toe war. Toe wrestling. Once again, we can thank our friends from the United Kingdom for toe wrestling champions like Paul Hominator Bish. It is like a thumb war, except with your toes. And to top it off, it is considered custom courtesy for each player to remove the other player's shoes and socks prior to the match. So we gotta take the socks and shoes off, and then get our toes to.
Oh man! So like, is there gruesome injuries just like in arm wrestling? Like,
here's the thing. Here's the thing. If you type in toe wrestling in Google, it tries to get you to select injuries is the number 1 hit. Toe wrestling injuries. Before champion, sport, origin, trophy, festival, the number 1 hit is toe wrestling injuries.
I can imagine that you'd break toes pretty easily with oh god. But all right. This one is for our mind.
Similar note. Hang on a similar note, and I doubt this is on this list because it isn't all that obscure. Did y'all have leg wrestling in school, in gym at some point?
Where you lay on your back and you push the other legs?
Yeah, like you both swing. You lay down opposite of each other, like feet to feet, I guess you would say.
Yeah.
But you're kind of laying beside each other. And then you both swing your leg up at the same time and you try to like roll the other one over. Like you swing your leg up and hit the
I've never done
inside of
that
their
one.
leg. And yeah, I remember doing that. Maybe that was just in Good Hope.
Well, I've done it where you both land on your back and you're sitting like chairs and you're using your feet up against each other to push the other one to see who could push the other one further. So, but interesting talking about flipping them over. I like it. All right, guys. We're starting to get serious here. This next one, number 7 on our list, is for the mimes out there. Mountain unicycling. As anybody who has hiked up a mountain trail knows, it can be hard with 2 feet alone one wheel. Not only is this unicycles not equipped with gear systems like mountain bikes, so you have no suspensions, they are required a little bit of extra skill to maneuver. If you're up to the challenge, however, the sport is rapidly growing in the Midwest. I cannot imagine going up a hill and trying to work my way around rocks with a frickin' unicycle. I break my neck 5 times.
Okay. I couldn't get started. This is downhill mountain biking on a unicycle.
On a unicycle. I'm out. I'm out. So out of the 3 of us, whoever is accepting to do it in general wins automatically because I'm out. I break every bone in my body trying to do that.
Yeah, absolutely.
Have y'all seen the guy that's on a unicycle and he jumps from like platform to platform? It's like a little obstacle course, I guess. Yeah, that guy's unbelievable, man. Like the leg control, like the leg muscles that guy must have to land, and then like he's doing this with the pedals, and then he'll jump up to the next one, and it's crazy.
That's intense, like camping. Alex, the nod of the shake of disapproval. All right, number 6, kite tubing. This is probably one of the more dangerous sports on our list, with several deaths and numerous injuries on record over the past 5 years. It's actually a variant of towed tubing where the tube becomes airborne. The danger arises from tubes not specifically designed to be airborne, meaning they are hard to control and the landings can be a little rough. So
I want to do that.
This looks like fun.
Ha! I bet it could freaking hurt too, though. Turn yourself into a parasail, but just no boat, just you catching
I think all 3 of us get on one and see who lasts on there the longest.
Genius.
I like it.
Genius idea. We combine kite tubing and belly flopping.
Oh, yeah. You get points for the air.
Man.
You get points for the hold on. You get points for the drop. Yes.
Yeah, not only are you going to land from, I don't know, what looks like 10, 15 feet up in the air, you're also going to be land while you're moving probably 20 miles an hour.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
This is where it's at. That's the next iteration of these 2 sports they combine. Extreme kite tube belly flopping.
We can start it here. We live around a lake.
Yes.
All right. Number 5 on our list. We're getting down there, guys. Bosa Ball. A mix of, you hear this correctly, soccer, gymnastics, and volleyball. This insanely fun game was invented in Spain and has since been made its mark around the world. Played on huge inflatable trampoline, you can hit the ball with any part of your body as long as it clears the net by the 6th touch. So you're essentially playing like volleyball, tennis, or something like that.
It's volleyball on a moon jump, like a bounce house.
I'd be all right with this one. We could play this one.
Yeah, this looks fun.
We could definitely do this.
Yeah, that was one. We can go to one of the jump places here and do something like that.
Absolutely.
We'll record it. I like it. Number 4 on our list. We're going to have to go out to the dunes for this one. Camel wrestling. Yep. I'm going to let that sink in for a little bit. If you've gotten this far on the list, you've probably realized that humans love to wrestle. We do it with our thumbs, we do it with our toes, heck, we even do it with our camels. Although camels are not really known for their wrestling prowess, try putting a female nearby. It's all about motivation. I can imagine it's kind of like deers when the deers wrestle. They like butt each other in their antlers. Their
That's
antlers
what it,
trying to.
that's what it looks like.
You know what's funny though is like you don't see camels being aggressive creatures, and then you have 2 camels fighting. I bet that would be highly amusing to watch. Better yet, how do you train a camel to fight?
This is one that would definitely have all the animal lovers Malting. This is one that would definitely have the animal lovers upset. They're basically putting a female camel that's in heat out there and then making the 2 males fight over her. This is like this is Turkey's version of dog fighting. Like this looks bad. Yeah, this is this would piss off a lot of people if it became more like well known.
All right, gentlemen, this is one we could legitimately compete in. I think the 3 of us all have serious chances to win this competition. Number 3 on our list is wife carrying. All right. According to the Wife Carrying Competition Rules Committee, the wife to be carried may be your own, the neighbor's, or you may have found a further afield. She must be, however, over 17 years of age, so you don't even need a wife to compete. Some other poor soul's wife will do just fine. And I believe, if I'm correct, there's mud obstacles and carries and just going over stuff. And so you're not just walking on a track while holding your wife. You are going over obstacles, and she has to hold on for dear life while you do it.
No, Steven, this is right up your alley. This is you and Corey written all over it.
It's like a mud run. You got to carry your wife.
If you are not doing one of these with your wife in the next year and a half, like, what are you doing with your life?
We're signing for a mud run in August. We'll get pictures of me carrying my wife while doing that. Chalk it down, and we'll put it on the podcast. I will do the wife carry. It's a mud run in Pell City in August.
That's another one we might need to cover on the podcast. Sounds like fun.
It would be fun. So, before we go to number 1, which seems extremely painful, we're going to tone it down a little bit, and we're going to appease to some of our Harry Potter fans. You know, people daydream about how much fun it would be. Believe it or not, someone has actually designed and played Quidditch in real life. Because Quidditch is number 2 on our list. It's kind of like a tag mixed with dodgeball and a toy helicopter, and it is sweeping the nation by storm. Well, it's actually been confined to college campuses mostly, but still. It's a vigilant attempt on behalf of Mugglekind to step beyond their limitations and do something more with their broomsticks than just sweep the floor. So they actually do have people playing Quidditch. And apparently the secret snitch is a toy helicopter. I could actually believe I have fun doing that. And I would even put on a wizard's robe, and I don't know. I'd probably be saying "Pata, pata, pata, pata" every 5 seconds. Like,
let's like to have bigger balls too for like the bludgers.
Yeah.
You know, and they're like, it looks like dodgeball. They're like smacking people with them. That is cool.
That was fun.
I can get behind. Quidditch is an actual sport that people are doing right now.
Can't they even have the 3 rings.
Yes. Throw the ball through it. I like it. I mean, it would be like a mixture between water polo and no, I mean, it's just like water polo on land. Except you have 3 goals to shoot in, and you have multiple balls, and I bet it'd be a lot of fun. All right, gentlemen, you might want to get in the corner in the fetal position for this last one because this one is going to be tough to stomach. Number one on our list is shin kicking.
Oh,
People have made a sport out of shin kicking. All you need for this game is 4 shins, a high tolerance for pain. Polarized by immigrants coming to the United States from the UK, where else? It has found a niche in pop culture to become a sample legendary manliness. I would like to go ahead and put out, I played soccer growing up, and I've been kicked in the shins. But this is not something I voluntarily want to stand there and let someone do to my that is painful.
Look, if you challenge me to a game of shin kicking, I just tell you you're more of a man than me. You can have that title. I don't care. I'm not doing this.
I prefer so looking at pictures, they're tied up like wrestling kind of. They're kind of tied up, each trying to get leverage on the other one, and then they're trying to kick the other guy in the shin. Like it's not like it doesn't look like it's turn based. It's like
yeah,
I guess
they've got hay taped up in their pants and around their legs for some form of padding, but it's hay.
To make sure they don't get kicked in the groin. Oh,
like this.
This one article says first to break a leg loses.
That's the rules. It's not. There's not even concede thing. It's like no, bro, you ain't getting out of this. I'm breaking your leg.
I guess McGregor wouldn't be good at that either then. Ooh, I said it.
All right. Yikes. Yeah, that's really good.
Yeah, that was number one. But I do have a small list of honorable mentions I'm just going to run through. Because some of these I thought were really fun. Some of them were obscure. Some of them we play for fun during family events. But cornhole, axe throwing, ultimate frisbee, all of those are well known. Spike ball is kind of like.
Did you see people playing at the beach? I know.
In the middle.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about. Got the little
putt championship. There is a championship for putt golf. Stone skipping. Cup stacking. So you turn the cups upside down and try to make a pyramid out of them, kind of like card stacking. Sign spinning. Yes. Those guys that have jobs getting paid to advertise, they have a profession they don't know about. Sign spinning. Eating, of course. Tram driving. For those big city folks driving trams. Of course, I believe Comedy Central had a TV show about it, but robot fighting, where they build these robots that cut each other and hammer each other apart. It's considered a sport. Cherry pit bidding, arm wrestling, Tetris, dodgeball, and my personal favorite that I saw on ESPN Ocho last year, marble racing. Yep. They take a sand dune and they will gut out a track, smooth it out, put them at the top of a hill with a board, put all the marbles there that people design themselves, lift the board, and just watch them go to see who gets to the bottom first. Marble racing. So all of you people out there who are out of shape, you can still find a professional sport and be good, my man. Marble racing's for you. You just gotta learn how to glass blow so you can make your own marbles.
There's definitely an interesting list. We'll find out how lazy or not lazy Alan was this week by how many videos of these sports you get in this episode. We'll see. Some of it might just be pictures popped up on the screen. We'll see.
I was gonna say we gotta have the wife carry and the underwater hockey for sure. Those two looked fun.
That being said, I think we're gonna start rounding this one out quickly for 2 reasons. Number one, I have to pee really bad. Number 2, I just found out I'm getting my new doggy tonight.
Yay! Congratulations!
My new dog Loki is coming home tonight, so
coming home with any variants?
Hopefully not, but we'll get Sylvie later. But we're getting Loki tonight. My wife actually left about 30 minutes ago. She's got about hour and a half drive to go get him. He is in Troy. So she is going to go get him so we can get him tonight and not have to wait another day. And then she will be home later tonight. So I got to go make sure the house is ready to get our new doggy, which it should be, because as y'all can obviously hear, I've got 2 that won't shut up tonight already here. So just going to go make sure everything is cleaned up and ready to go to welcome Loki.
Awesome. Well, yeah, that's all I have for sports. And I guess the only thing I would like to say to wrap everything up is, hey, guys, don't forget to tune in next week for Rock the South. We have an interview lined up. We're going to have some fun with it. Y'all going to get to see some of the event. If you haven't, it might motivate you to go in the future. But like, subscribe, share with your friends. Let us know what you thought about this episode. Hey, tell us who you thought would win these sports. Who do you think would win in these sports? I mean, my money is on Allen, but, who knows? Could be Cody.
Hey, can we do a YouTube live
From where?
concert? At the concert.
Possibly.
If we have service.
If there is service, that's going to be the big thing. Whenever you got 10,000 people trying to use their cell phone, service tends to kind of dip.
Well, we'll see what we can do.
We'll definitely see what we can do. And once we get that footage, I will work hard to get it up as soon as possible. So, but we look forward to seeing all that. Make sure you like, subscribe, hit the bell if you want to see our interview with the person from Rock the South. Hit that bell if you want to get notified as soon as the Rock the South video goes live. Hit the bell so that you know when this goes live every Sunday at noon. Hit the bell and then tell all your friends to hit the bell. Or that bell might just come hit you. It's time for y'all to subscribe. It's time for you to spread the word. Look, I'm just saying, we could be about to pop off. Don't you want to say you knew us when we had less than 50 subscribers? Before Steven agreed to show his butthole? Like, it's time to get your subscriptions in now. For those of you that don't know, y'all got to go find that episode. That was way back. Just say there's something magical happening if we ever get to 500 subscribers.
Do you believe in magic?
That being said, I really do have to piss. Y'all have a great week. Like, share, subscribe. Tell all your friends about us. Let us know what you think about the obscure sports. Was there one that you know about that was not on this list? Let us know. Comment. Drives interaction with this video does us good. Write hey. Just write hey. You don't have a comment to say? Just write hey. We'll say hey back. Have fun with it, everybody. Peace out.
Peace.
Yeah.